Alright, budget magic time. Playing some blue-green Emerge in standard. And we'll play first. And one land. Alright, gotta ship that one. Um, okay. Hopefully we scry into a third land to start activating Duskwatch. And then we have double Elder Deep Fiend for the late game. Deathcap, it's not a land. It works like a land, though, potentially. So we'll try it. Island for our opponent. Well, let's just Duskwatch here. Ship the turn. So if we draw land, we can activate Duskwatch. If we flip Duskwatch, which could be possible, we can just double up. Yeah, alright. So that works, and we drew the land. So let's get in for 3. Play a Duskwatch. What is our opponent doing? Island, Slumgar Scorn, reveal a Dragonlord Atarka. Okay. Well, Deathcap Cultivator, Woodland Stream, pass the turn, flip our Howler back into a Duskwatch Recruiter. Island, and we know they have a Dragonlord Atarka in hand. Let's activate in response, I guess. Get a Foul Emissary that we can't cast unless we draw a land here, which would be sweet. Another Foul Emissary. Well, let's attack with both. Put our opponent down to 12, pass the turn. Opponent passes, we get a tap land. Alright, let's Foul Emissary. Opponent has a Void Shatter. Well, let's Foul Emissary. Get a... Can we start the Elder Deep Fiend chain? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably. Let's take Elder Deep Fiend. So we'll have 3 in a row, assuming we can resolve 1 and our creatures live. Play the land, get in with our Howler. And we should just be able to Elder Deep Fiend our way through this game. Flips back around. And a Jace for our opponent. Sure. And the Sanctum of Ugin for all the blowouts. Well, let's do some attacking. Swing with everything. Set a stop on our opponent's upkeep. Opponent drops to 4. We flip our Duskwatch. Emerge our Elder Deep Fiend. Gotta pay 3. Tap our opponent out. And we don't even really need to do anything else. I think our opponent's just, yeah, scoops it up. I am a little confused as to what our opponent's playing. Something with dragons and Jaces. Because I have no idea what's happening, I think we just run it back. Alright, this is reasonable-ish, I think. Really depends on what our opponent's up to, and we just don't know at this point. Prairie Stream. Is this just like a crazy multicolored dragon deck? No finishers yet, but potentially we can Deathcap Cultivator into Eyeless Watchers. Have to see what wraths our opponent might have. Alright, Island and Deathcap Cultivator. Pass the turn. Majoring Network. Let's just Gaia Reach Sanitarium and Eyeless Watcher. See if this draws out a counter. Looks like the answer is yes. Clash of Wills, X1. Alright. So, first Eyeless Watcher down. Lumbering Falls. So our opponent is really like 4-color dragons. Well, let's Eyeless Watcher again. Void Shatter. Tap land, go. Well, our opponent has used up multiple counters so far. Wouldn't mind finding a Sanctum of Ugin to sack to this first Elder Deep Fiend. Island for our opponent. And passes. Will we get to attack with our Deathcap Cultivator? Put our opponent down to 18. And then Whirler Rogue. Alright, our opponent just has like infinite counters. Maybe we need to bring in negates after all. Anticipate for our opponent. So maybe we'll bring in counters next game. Because it seems like our opponent is playing every counter possible. Alright, resolves Anticipate. Untaps. And does not have a land drop. Jeez. Well, I think the safest thing to do here is just to lumber instead of playing into a counter. Attack with both. Our opponent can't activate theirs. They don't have the green mana necessary. Alright, Just the Wind bounces our Deathcap Cultivator. Woodland Stream, go. Opponent stores up a mana. And passes. Ooh, there's Sanctum of Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's Lumbering Falls. Hit our opponent down to 12. Play Sanctum of Ugin. Play Deathcap Cultivator. If they want to counter Deathcap, that is fine. Alright, they do counter it. So the good news, though, is we have Elder Deep Fiend into Elder Deep Fiend, and we don't even really need to... Ooh, Foul Emissary. Alright, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play a Whirler Rogue. See if this gets countered. Slumgar Scorn reveals an Atarka. Okay. Then we Foul Emissary. Get a... No, I guess we just want a Sky Spawner. Not super exciting. Play Yavimaya, pass the turn. Stores up a mana. Let's see if our opponent plays their Atarka this turn. Looks like the answer is going to be yes. Good news is we could start Elder Deep Fiending. And that should be enough to win. So I'm assuming our opponent kills our Foul Emissary. Yep. Alright. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Eyeless Watcher. Get some tokens. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. And emerge Elder Deep Fiend, sacking Eyeless Watcher. Then we tap down all the multicolor lands and the Tarka. Sack the Sanctum. Get another Elder Deep Fiend for now. Elder Deep Fiend is so absurd. Opponent passes. Plays a land and passes. Yavimaya, so 1, 2, 3. Well, Alright, let's just attack with everything. Put our opponent down to 5. Are they going to bounce our Elder Deep Fiend? That does not seem all that wise. Although, we do have another one, and they know that. So our opponent drops to 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, yeah. Play Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Alright, they get a storage counter. Sure. We emerge a Deep Fiend, sacking the Sky Spawner. Tap down land, 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 and a Tarka. And our opponent's going to need something pretty good here. Some sort of mass bounce. I don't know what that would be, though. Engulf the shore, 1, 2, 3, 4 islands, so they're not going to be able to bounce our Deep Fiends anyway. 1, 2, well, let's not even activate. Let's just swing with everything. And that should do it. Elder Deep Fiend is... One thing we've heard from many opponents over the course of this Budget Magic is the same thing I've been saying through this entire Budget Magic. Elder Deep Fiend, especially chaining together Elder Deep Fiends, is really good. Multiple opponents have said the same thing. Elder Deep Fiend is just super bonkers. And it is true. Alright. Well, the deck is good, what can I say?